I don't really like to brag. Venomous sauce when I'm stepping out of sight.
Hey guys, Blue Cosmo here with another part to What If Naruto Had Ultimate Potential. No, I know I haven't been posting in a long time, but there are reasons that I won't get into at this moment. So without further ado, let's get right into the what if. Sasuke glares at Kakashi, thinking that he's superior since he's an Uchiha and he has a Sharingan. Kakashi looks at them and tells them, "Meet me in the roof in 1 minute." He then disappears in a cloud of smoke. Sakura and Sasuke soon follow suit and run out of the classroom. Naruto gets up and sighs and shin swings to the top of the roof. Kakashi's sitting there and reading his book, and he feels chakra usage, and he looks up from his book. Then he sees Naruto appearing in a wind shin swing. He's surprised because, well, Genin usually can't use shin swings because it's a high tuning to low joining move, especially at mental ones. Naruto sits down, and soon after, Sasuke and Sakura bust down the door and come in panting because they ran from their classroom to the roof. Sasuke then looks around, seeing that Kakashi's already there, and Naruto. He glares at Naruto, thinking, how is that dope here? I should be faster than this clanless loser. What's going on? Kakashi then starts to speak. Good. Now that everyone's here, you can introduce yourselves. I'll go first. My likes, none of your business. My dislikes, none of your business. My dream, also none of your business. Sakura then goes and does the same bullshit that she did in canon. Sasuke goes and says he wants to kill his brother or avenge his clan. Naruto goes and says, I want to create my own village. Kakashi asks why. Naruto says, well, this village has shown me nothing but hate. I want to create a village where there's peace. Kakashi then looks at the group and tells them about the bell test and how they should not eat breakfast before coming to the training ground. Kakashi then disappears. Naruto then walks off the roof. Sasuke is still glaring at Naruto, wondering how he's able to do these things. Only an Uchiha should be able to do these things, an elite. Naruto's walking down the streets of Konoha, and he's receiving the same glares he receives every day. The same hateful comments he receives every day. Naruto doesn't mind it. I mean, he cares, but it doesn't bother him anymore. He looks at the villagers as scum, doesn't care about them, doesn't care what happens to them. Naruto walks to his home, trying to get enough sleep for tomorrow, for the bell test. Next day, Naruto is walking to the training ground and eats breakfast on the way. Naruto gets there. Sasuke and Sakura get there, and they're all waiting for hours till Kakashi appears. Then things go similar to canon, except when Sasuke and Sakura hide into the bushes, Naruto is standing there looking at Kakashi. Kakashi looks up from his book. No, Kakashi pulls out his book, not thinking that Naruto will be a challenge to him, and Naruto says, "I think you should put that book away. It'd be a hindrance in this battle." Kakashi looks up from the book and stares into Naruto's eyes and can feel this pressure coming from Naruto. Kakashi knows that Naruto is not a weak genin. He puts his book away, prepares himself for the fight that's about to ensue. Naruto lunges forward. There was a punch. Kakashi dodges and kicks Naruto. Naruto then disappears. Kakashi's like shadow clone. Naruto then appears behind Kakashi, kicking him in the back, sending Kakashi flying into a tree. Kakashi then lifts up his headband, revealing his Sharingan. Kakashi rushes towards Naruto with a kunai in hand. Naruto brings out his own kunai and clashes with Kakashi. In the bushes, Sasuke is watching the battle that is happening, wondering how Kakashi has a Sharingan, and wondering how Naruto is able to equal Kakashi's strength. Back to the fight. Naruto is parrying each blow Kakashi is throwing at him. Naruto then finds an opening and punches Kakashi straight in the face, sending Kakashi back. And without relenting, Naruto charges with 6 shadow clones, punching and kicking Kakashi. And unknown to Kakashi, one shadow clone sinks into the ground. Once Kakashi lands on the ground, grabs Kakashi's legs and pulls him in. Then Kakashi turns into a log. Naruto looks at this, thinks to himself, substitution. He then looks up, sees Kakashi in a tree. But then Naruto holds out his hand and rings a bell. Naruto has stolen a bell from Kakashi with relative ease. Kakashi's surprised. He looks down at his waist and he sees one bell there with Sakura and Sasuke. They're looking at Naruto, wondering how he was able to get a bell from Kakashi. Seeing that Naruto is not so weak after all. Naruto then goes to the post and sits down, waiting till the bell test is over. Kakashi looks at Naruto in utter shock. And then he remembers when Naruto appeared behind him and kicked him in the back. He didn't even see it coming. Is that when he stole the bell from me? Kakashi thinks. He thinks to himself, no, that's impossible. Not in the beginning of the fight. It's just not possible. As Kakashi is contemplating this, Sasuke then sneaks up behind Kakashi. Kakashi, feeling Sasuke's presence, jumps up right behind Sasuke and chops him in the neck. Sakura then comes out and rushes towards Kakashi. Kakashi flicks Sakura away. And continues to stare at Naruto. How is he this strong? Interesting. This team might not be so boring after all. A few hours later, Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura are sitting on the ground. Sasuke with a slight bruise on his neck, and Sakura with a flick wound on her forehead. Kakashi then says to the team that they pass, wanting to see Naruto's true power. Not failing the team, Sakura goes home smiling, asking Sasuke out on a date, and Naruto goes home with a straight face, not caring. A few months later, don't worry, I got this. I'll get Tora. Naruto, you can't do anything. Move out of my way. Naruto's just looking at the two that pushed him back, saying, this team is so bad. Kakashi then appears next to Naruto. And still contemplating on how he lost to Naruto, knowing that Naruto wasn't even going all out during the bell test. He says, having trouble. Naruto looks at Kakashi and replies, no, it's just their teamwork. Teamwork is terrible. Well, looks like we won't be going on any higher missions anytime soon. Naruto sits down and watches the two get beat up by a cat. In Okage's office. Mission report. The cat has escaped our hands. We were not able to capture Tora. And nothing else happened, sir. Lord Okage. Otoruzen sighs and looks at Naruto. Seeing Naruto's face as straight as ever, he sighs again. Sasuke then speaks up and says, Lord Okage, can we go on higher ranked missions, I feel that this catching Tora mission is not letting me show my full potential. Okage then looks at Sasuke, saying, "If you can't even catch a cat, how do you expect to take on a C-rank mission?" Hiruzen then looks at Naruto, seeing his bored face, and says, "Fine, I'll let you go on a C-rank mission protecting Tazuna. But I warn you, if you fail this mission, you will be assigned to D-rank missions for the year." Sasuke gulped. You can hear a knock on the door. Then an old man, drunk as ever, walks in. This is the team This is the team that's supposed to be protecting me? What a joke.